Analog synthesizers. What's the fuss?
You are now watching Dillio T2K. Dillio T2K.
Hey, what's up? This is Dillio coming back to you with another video. And today we're going to talk about what's the fuss with analog synthesizers. Why are they making a comeback? Why are a lot of companies making them now? What's the deal? Because we have all this technology available to us in the world to put on our computers as plugins. And we have digital workstations and all that stuff. So what's so fancy about analog synthesizers that appeals to the music producer of today? Well, I can tell you some of the things that attracted me to the musical products that are analog synthesizers. And the first thing, I guess, is the hands-on approach. See, you know, I may do a lot of sounds with Massive, and I've designed a lot of sounds for Massive. Link is in the description below. And I would make a lot of sounds with it and got good with sound design, but you know, every time I set up Massive, I have to make sure I click this button and click that button, or map this MIDI controller to this function and map that controller to that function. And sure, you can go through the process of making a template project for anything you want and set the MIDI controllers and make sure that they activate the right knobs and stuff like that. But a lot of times, to me, working that way, you feel like there's a disconnect. And with an analog synthesizer, all the functions that it does, it's right there, and you can just reach out and grab it, and you can shape your sound. And it seems like there's more of a mental, spiritual, deeper connection with the sounds that you make in design when you got the knobs in front of you. Plus, another advantage of having analog synthesizers is that there's no latency. There's no buffering, there's nothing like that. Computers are great. We got 8-core computers, 12-core computers, and we're still dealing with latency. But when you use a hardware synthesizer, you are tapping into something that's being generated electric. You know, when you're dealing with analog synthesizers, there's no sampling, there's no picture taking of a waveform. It's itself generating the electricity that goes to the speakers and gets to your ears and gets to your brain. It's crazy. And a lot of times, when you're dealing with a digital audio workstation that's PCM sampled and has little waveforms, these pictures of these waveforms from this wavetable, if you manipulate that waveform in the wrong way, you can really get a lot of the digital aliasing artifacts that will just jump out at you and really darken the sound or make it sound like in a way that you don't want. Now, in sound design, maybe you might want that. And that's going to get to my final point before I wrap this video up. If you want to learn about sound design and get good at sound design, yes, you can do it with a plugin, but one thing I like is that all the sounds and the waveforms are here. You get to listen to the waveforms. You get to understand how they interact with each other. You get to understand the envelopes. You get to understand the filters and what they do and why they do it. You get to understand resonance. You get to understand envelope generators. And this is where you start to separate yourself from the pack of other producers and you start to come up with your own sound that sounds like you. And that's one of the things that I really love about analog synthesizers and why, for some reason, I can't get enough of them, even though I have plugins and everything else. But it's so fun to just reach out and turn something. Well, I hope this helps. If you'd like to know about the top 5 tools I like to use for my musical setup, there's a free PDF file in the description below. And if you're looking for presets, if you use plugins and you're not using an analog synthesizer, but you got Massive, I actually have this sound library of 90 plus presets called Khemikals Phase 1, and I'm also doing another one called Khemikals Season 2. All those links are in the description below. A link to the music, background music's probably in the description. Make sure you hit a like, share this video, comment, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. I'm going to be doing another remake, which will be uploaded Monday, and also a beat making vlog coming soon as well. So stay tuned for that. We're just getting started here at the Dillio T2K channel. Peace.
This video is sponsored by Khemikals, a preset library from Massive, including pads, leads, bass sounds, and more. Be sure to visit DillioT2K.com to hear it live and pick up your copy today.